If you're relying on short-form content to grow your business, you're in trouble. It took over the internet, TikTok, Reels, Shorts, promising explosive growth. But here's the brutal truth. It's going to die. Not because of an algorithm change, but something bigger. AI is about to flood the internet with soulless synthetic content. But here's the good news. This crisis is also your biggest opportunity. When everything looks fake, trust disappears, and in a world of AI-generated noise, deep fakes, and misinformation, authenticity is becoming the new currency of attention. Focus on real conversations, deeper storytelling, and content that actually builds a connection. Focus on long-form like vlogging and podcasting. But wait, if you think AI can't fully replace us yet, you thought that was me? Guess again. This isn't the future, it's already here. So just for you to know what just happened, I made the whole intro with AI. So I used HeyGen for this. I uploaded a screenshot of me before I uploaded the video of me speaking. So HeyGen knows a little bit of my movement. Here I have my avatar. You can also choose other ones. And then I just uploaded my script there. I can change it now as well. And then I submitted it. And after it was submitted, it basically created the whole intro you just saw. Over 50% of web-based text is already created by AI, according to a research by Medium. And I can see this as well on LinkedIn. As I'm using AI as well, I can see if someone is just using AI completely or is using it to enhance it. And I feel like every second or third person is just using AI. And this makes me wonder, it's like, what is real and what isn't it? Also, I feel like people who just use AI, they lose a little bit of credibility. Like, they're not really putting in the work anymore. It's just like, hey, AI, please do the job for me. Do they really have knowledge still, or is it just coming from AI? And AI is evolving rapidly fast. Have you seen the video of Will Smith in 2023, the spaghetti one? Well, the first one, it looked like, I don't know, it was like a really crazy dream. But yeah, fast forward to 2024, just a year later, it looks super real. It's, I think, almost impossible, obviously if you check the detail, to see if it's real or not. And now just think forward, what's going to happen in the next few months? Where is it going to end? Like, are we going to be able to see a difference? Or do we just need to see like small details? And this brings lots of issues with it. Many people are going to have concerns, and yeah, people want to see transparency. According to a research by Getty Images report, they said 90% of people wish more transparency. And if you're just thinking now about the social media, well, Meta is very proud, but they already have AI avatars. So like, they are like AI profiles, like truly AI, and they act like they have real lives. For me, it's a bit scary, and yeah, I'm very uncertain about it. I don't know actually how to feel about it, but yeah, apparently Meta is very proud of it, but I don't know, it's not for me. It's creeping me out, to be honest. So for us, it's getting harder and harder to distinguish what is real and what is fake. And that's why I like vlogging and podcasting. For example, vlogging. The reasons why they are such a great medium and they're gonna have a big boom coming soon is because of the authenticity. Like, there are things that AI just can't replicate what we do. We are unique. We make mistakes. Mistakes make us human. This is something AI can't do. Well, maybe the mistakes is when you see a video of a person doing some jumping into a swimming pool that suddenly his shoulders become his legs. But you know what I mean. The uniqueness when we looking for words, the candid moments in our life, the real connection between humans. This is something AI can't replicate. Second of all, if you're just thinking about it, human like to trust humans. So if I'm talking about businesses, people don't buy from brands. They usually buy from people. Even the big brands already recognize that. For example, Nike. That's why they have all these ambassadors. For example, LeBron James, one of the most known basketball players right now. He's playing for the Lakers, one of the biggest basketball teams. You've seen all the Lakers shirts wearing in foreign countries, different cities. And the Lakers have around 25 million followers. But that's nothing compared to LeBron James' number. He has, 160 million followers? So like, that is so much more. That's another proof. Like, people follow people and not brands. Here's what podcasting can do for your business. It's a huge lead generation machine. For example, instead of chasing clients, you can interview your clients. This is going to help you to not just for future clients, but also past clients. You can ask them, okay, how was it working with us? How did you feel before? And how did you feel during? And what are the great results we achieved? So you can see this a little bit like a testimonials, and people are going to see this, going to trust you more. And they're going to say, hey, I feel exactly like this other person. I have exactly the same problems. I want you to solve my problems as well. I want those great results. And another thing is, like, usually as experts, we're going to start falling into this jargon, this expert jargon. So yeah, it's normal, but the client, he's going to speak the same language as another future client. So it's a major win. And also you can strengthen the relationship with the person who you interview, because you've given them exposure to your audience. So if it's matching, it's a win-win. Well, actually, it's a win-win-win for you, for the client, and for a future client who finds value in it. Another thing is, imagine trying to reach someone who is like several steps ahead of you. If I would try to approach someone, hey, would you be open to just having a chat with me? I'm having these problems. Could you help my business? I think the possibility is very, very low. And I might feeling also a little bit too shy. If I would ask him to join my podcast, I would feel much more confident, because it's also a win-win for both again, because he's going to exposure for my audience, people who don't know this person yet, they're gonna see him, but also this person is gonna bring his audience with. So we kind of share the audience. It's like a collaboration, and you're gonna see it can open so many more doors and partnerships. Who knows what it's gonna bring you afterwards. And second of all, it can also boost your authority, because if you're just talking obviously about this one topic, people are going to see that you're the expert. If you're going to be surrounded by all these other influential people in this niche, people are going to associate you with this niche and see you as the go-to expert. Another big thing is, it's a very low-cost marketing tool, because we use it, for example, as our whole content engine. Each podcast, each video, we put into AI and summarizes all these topics which we're going to talk about. This gives me then the option, okay, we can create out of a podcast, we can create playbooks as a lead magnet. We can create then out of all these lessons where we talked about. We can talk then about, like, in short form content for LinkedIn. We can chop these lessons up and have now content for the whole week, or, well, forever. We don't need to think anymore, well, I'm going to talk about next week, what should I post on LinkedIn? No, I have it already there. I have all these 50 lessons I can talk about already on my LinkedIn. And second of all, did you know that through podcasting, it's like very SEO friendly? Because how is a person gonna search for a topic? Are they gonna go like keyword, or are they looking more like a natural way on, like, hey, I want to know how to podcast, like how to podcast? It's not like several keywords put together. So when we speak on a podcast, it's the human language, not some SEO robot language. And we can see that we had this video with our guest, Greg Wasserman, and YouTube is scanning our script and saw, hey, this is the podcast with Greg. And that's why now our podcast can be found on the search on YouTube as well. And for the people thinking like, isn't podcasting super saturated? Well, no, there are only 400,000 active podcasts. You can see this on the podcast index. So that means in each niche, there's still space, because if you're just thinking about, there are 8 billion people in the world. So for the 400,000, that would mean there's, for each podcast, there are 20,000 views already. So go in your niche, you're going to be the one expert in there. And another huge major benefit over shorts. If we check, usually the shelf life of a short, whether it's on LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever, it's usually just a day. And after that, you barely get any exposure. But for videos, podcasts, you're going to see it's over 20 days. And I've been working on a couple of videos which had exposure for over 200 days. Imagine if a video is getting exposed to more and more people over 200 days. So while you sleep, this video is still getting presented to your potential client. Think about it. If you're still relying on short form content, it's time to rethink your strategy. Sure, it gets attention, but it won't build lasting trust. The future is about long form, authentic content like podcast and real conversations. If you want to future-proof your business, join our free workshop where I show you exactly how to start. Link in the description. See you there.